It is time for the Bronze Age Baron. Let's go. We're gonna name this guy... Bron. I don't know. Fuck it. Hey, no. I didn't customize him at all. Bye. God damn it. Bron. Let's fix him up. Let's have this dude be bald as hell with him. I don't know. Give him a red hair, braided beard. Done. Doom. He's done. Alright, manage saves. Gonna be a Bronze Baron. Start it up. Let's go. I'm not doing any custom modifiers with this one. I'm just making it real simple. Real easy. My plan is get through the Bronze Age in order to potentially start up a world, or this world again sometime, if I want to just play from the Bronze Age onward, because the Bronze Age is a pain in the ass, but the things that you get from it are very impactful, very nice. It's very satisfying once you are through the Bronze Age, because you have so much to work with. So that's the idea. This is going to be another mini-series, but it's going to be classic Valheim like you know it, which is fantastic. I love that. Let's see, I also plan to talk about some battle systems that aren't this. So I'm just going to be ranting about like random stuff. And that's going to be fun, because a lot of this early game stuff I've done before, so the commentary is just going to be something different. I'm going to be talking about Final Fantasy battle systems just because I've seen a lot of people discount, and a lot of people, truly, it's not a lot of people. There's been like maybe, I think less than 10 people that I've actually seen express it's just a fundamental misunderstanding of how the ATB turn-based system works. People just don't understand basic tactical emergent gameplay from ATB, and it's honestly still the best combat system that Final Fantasy has. Maybe it'll be better once they make like a standalone mainline numeral that improves off of the 7 remake system. Maybe there's potential there, because there's ATB, but then you also have some action RPG content. It's like, there could be something cool there. But still waiting for that. That wasn't 16. That was not 16. Yeah. But yeah, turn-based ATB. We know that they can go backwards from a more action-oriented, more think-on-the-fly oriented. We know that they can go backwards and still have a game that sells well and still does fantastic. Because you look at from 9 to 10. 10 went backwards, and it still did very well. Now, it was a new console game, and it does have a great story, so respect. But, man, we do know that they can go backwards. And we know that games can pretty much copy the essence of other games completely. I mean, I'm looking at Lies of P. Hello? Just copy that Souls-like genre pretty much exactly. Exactly. And it did well, and it was received well, too. Alright, where's Icthyx over there? Check this spawn area out, y'all. Check this out. It's an island. How cool is this shit? I love it. Ah, it's so nice. But yeah, even with the amount of freedom that 10 has, it just does not have the emergent gameplay the custom combos that 9 does. Or just any ATB one that actually has the standby quality of life where you can just like hit triangle and just leave people on standby. And again, it's like some people complain about waiting. It's like, oh, you have to wait for the ATB. You also have to wait to get everybody in order with animations in 10. So we're going to be waiting regardless. And I mean, the tactical, free-flowing combat and in a turn-based type scenario is going to be much more interesting and much more... Oh, come here! Fuck. There's so much going on this little island. Oh, my torch broke. Club. Yeah, it's just too much going on. It's like immediately in 10.2 they went right back to turn-based. And if they just implemented the 10.2 system into the next mainline numeral and made that like 11 and got rid of all of like the super jank in mini games and story that game had, it would have been another smash hit. It would have been a return to form. More boar. Look at the spawn rate this area. What is going on? Okay, let's make another torch. We want to make 2 of these. You always want to have 2 torches or more in the early game. Just for grey dwarfs. And if you encounter like a 2-star boar. I mean, we won't this close to spawn encounter any starred boars, but still. But yeah, no, the whole benefit of whoops. Oh, come on. The whole benefit of turn-based ATB is that you can leave characters on standby and then create your own custom combos, and also with turn order RNG with how high the bar gets filled up, and the very good implementation of how speed affects ATB. You can have a lot of tricky, quick moments to implement, like very dicey combat encounters, but you can also make things extremely smooth if you know what you're doing. And most of the analysis of turn-based games is still in the preparation and not the execution. Like, it's all in terms of understanding the systems ahead of time, almost always. So even with... Oh, come here. Oh, so close. Even with ATB, it is still very simple on the execution. I mean, you give some of these people an action game proper and they're just going to have a heart attack and die. Who don't like ATB. They're like, oh, it's too fast. I'm under so much stress, I'm gonna, I'm just gonna input attack, and that's all I'm gonna do. This is unironically what I saw from some people on Reddit saying this. It's fucking, you know what? It's Reddit. There's only limited amount that you can trust from it in terms of good analysis. And not only that, it was like our JRPG from a few years ago. But even then, it's like, I don't understand. It's such obvious emergent gameplay. Like, you have characters that are incentivized to do a bunch of different aspects, whether that be good damage, support, control, whether that be like debuffing or buffing, you know what I mean. And then there's here. Let's make a. Ooh, I need stones. I need stones. Ah. Anyway. Utility in, like, usually the thief has a lot of utility in stealing certain things or what have you. There's always this sort of strange utility to certain characters and classes. Come here. Oh, I almost had him. I'm punching you. There we go. And then we got boar again, and here's some stone. Excellent. But yeah, figuring out that you can just order characters in unique ways and utilize their strengths in different regards, depending on the situation, and that it just leads to like very fun, free-flowing combat experiences, is one of the first things that you should understand and come to the conclusion of when you're playing an ATB game. And I didn't want to make it its own video because I figured that saying that out loud is so goddamn patronizing that if I heard that from somebody else, I would feel bad. I would feel like I was being insulted. I would feel like my intelligence was being insulted. But I saw people who said my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy IX, should be pure turn-based and not ATB, and that it would be quote-unquote better off for it. And I understand it's just one motherfucker on Reddit, but, you know, I'm getting one guide here. But still, gets on my nerves, man. Gets on my nerves. Even with the switching out in Final Fantasy X, it does not provide the experience and the free-flowing nature of the game that turn-based ATB does. Because everybody's locked into a certain order based off of their stat. And you don't have that same locked-in order with turn-based ATB, that is. You just don't have it. It's just, I don't know. It's so obvious, I feel like. This is coming from somebody who has done great analysis, like gone into really strong detail in... Ooh, I killed a bird in melee? What the okay, I'll take it. I've gone into immense analysis in Final Fantasy III, the real Final Fantasy III. And I've done this because I love that game. And on the DS as well, you know, 3D Final Fantasy III is just better than the Pixel. On that DS as well, you know, I played a shit ton of Pokemon. I played a ton of old Pokemon too, so I love turn-based games. I love action games. I love action RPGs. I love games with light RPG aspects as long as we can do some quality combat analysis. Hello, I'm playing Valheim. I love Valheim. So as long as we can have a little bit of good combat analysis, a little bit of good RPG analysis, or just making good strats, good theories, I'm all about it. That's my jam. Doesn't matter if it's turn-based ATB, or action RPG. As long as it's good, I like it. Plain and simple. Okay, torch bro. Come here. Oh, look at the deer. I need to go get rested and craft like a flint axe and stuff. So much flint. Or I could just, you know, kill this deer. Come here. Nah, okay, fine. Let's go get rested finally. I gotta make a hammer. Let's put that here. Oh, I didn't have to make a hammer for this, but, you know. Workbench. That's fine. Let's craft it up. It's going to be fine, even though it's not going to be stable at all. One more. Yes. Flint knife. What do I need for the axe again? Oh, wood. Okay, yeah, sure. I should make a note. More torches. Also, I didn't get rested. I'm all over the place because I'm talking commentary. That's fine. Oh my god. I need more wood. Okay, that'll do. Flint axe. Okay, and let's see. I have 6 leather already. That's nice. Okay, let's go get like comfort 3, yeah? Oh, come on. There we go. I wonder if I can... No, I can't. Yes! Alright, comfort 3. Thank you. Okay, decent stuff here. I've already got a ton of deer hide and deer meat and stuff. I could just cook up some good grub. I think I will do that once I get rested. Get some more wood and just get to cooking. Why not, right? Let's also move the axe down here. See, I should also be able to just create a chopping block and then upgrade this axe as well. Which is going to be good if I encounter any Grey Dwarf nests. Which, you know, not typical, but still. They only generate after a certain amount of meters out from spawn. I forget exactly how much. Goodbye. But yeah, there are two directions where I think Final Fantasy can go. I think they can go back to their roots, which, I mean, this is what's being leaked, is that they're going back to, like, Final Fantasy. They're going to make a Final Fantasy IX remake. The leaks have been there for a bit. Let's upgrade the hammer, too. And that was going to be... The leak said that that was just classic turn-based ATB, which, you know, it's... If the leaks are fake, they're drumming up that as hype for a reason. It's because people like that. And, well, I explained the reason why. Good tactics, good combat, all of that. Let's see. Bench. There we go. And if it's real, then, well, the Square is sensing that they need to return to form for some reason. It's because it's good. Because it's a good-ass system. So of course, you know, they included a variant of ATB in 7 Remake, even though it's an action RPG, for a good reason. ATB is good. ATB is a good system. We got a boar up here. Oh, another boar just spawned in. Okay, I'm gonna need one more boar after this, and then I can get the crude bow. I don't think I'm gonna log roll this time. I think just getting the levels, getting them quick with the crude bow is fine. I know how to adjust to that, and I believe it's the same 1-degree spray that the Finewood bow has, randomly, even when fully charged. Like, non-fully charged, I'm sure the crude bow is even worse than the Finewood bow. And then you just have to adjust to the drop-off, right? That's all you have to do. Which is easy enough. Okay, we have another boar down there. Spawns, man. What's up with the spawns? There's another boar. Alright. Boar trophy. Don't care about that. Wish it was using some kind of recipe. Club's 10 already. You love to see it. That is amazing. Got some fellas over here. Come here. Nah, so much for that. Come on. Nope, no stamp. I need to cook up some food. That's what that means. Ooh, that delayed third hit was spicy. I gotta master that technique. Delayed third hit could come in real clutch sometime. I think that was at the absolute, like, frame perfect end of when you could possibly get that third hit as well. And that was completely by accident. One of the common Reddit talking points that I saw, and I mean common, is like 2 threads, right? 2 threads on RJRPG. And I don't even, like, frequent Reddit. I just looked up ATB to see if there were other, like, games that had ATB. And it's like, I'm obviously forgetting about Chrono Trigger. Like, duh. And then there was, like, the Grandia series, I believe, had a different type of ATB. So there are games that exist that have a lot of nice ATB. Come here, dear. I'm being ridiculous. Anyway. Anyway, their idea is that ATB. Oh man, I lost it. I was chasing deer and I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Where is the... There it is. Oh, yeah. They said that ATB was the worst of both worlds when it came to action games and turn-based. It was the worst of both worlds, yes. It's like, no, it's enhancing turn-based. It is turn-based plus. That is all it is. It is not action in any sense. They did not make it to be more action-oriented. They made it to be a better turn-based system. And that's what it is. It is as simple as that. That is why Final Fantasy 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes 8, although very contentious because of the draw system and junctions and all that. And especially 9, from my regards, but 7 also. But these games, sometimes 12 too, sometimes, were held in such regard as the peak of Final Fantasy, which oftentimes is considered the peak of turn-based RPGs, especially from that era. You know, pre-Baldur's Gate 3 era, you know what I mean? They were just better RPGs. There was nothing action about them. They were just good-ass games. Really as simple as that. And the reality of the situation is, these games just expanded on the turn-based formula. That's all it is. It's expansion of it. There's nothing action about it. I didn't eat. I went I'm all over the place, man. Anyway, I'm still doing very well for this starting off encounter or whatever. Do I have enough for a bow? I sure as hell do. Let's do that. It's immediately going in my number 1 slot. And I need to make also a bunch of arrows. So let's just make some wood arrows. Now I need more wood. More wood. Ooh. What's really funny is there was this one YouTube video that I saw that said something along the lines, I don't remember the exact words, but there wasn't very much nostalgia around the turn-based system, or the ATB system. There wasn't like nostalgia in those games, which it's like no nostalgia for Final Fantasy 4, no nostalgia for Final Fantasy 5, no nostalgia for Final Fantasy 6, no nostalgia for Final Fantasy 7, no nostalgia for Chrono Trigger, no nostalgia for the Grandeur series, no nostalgia for Final Fantasy 9, no nostalgia for Final Fantasy 8, which is getting super nostalgia, just wax, just so much nostalgia, overrating that game beyond what it was. So much nostalgia in these games. It's like you could not possibly be more wrong about that as well. Like, that's ridiculous. But yeah, you know, this is what I get for like watching one dude's video on ATB, and then also looking at Reddit, RJRPG, trying to get some concise, good opinions there. Nope, no can do. No can do. Yeah. It's really funny. There are a lot of people also saying, you know, Final Fantasy, either, you know, it should either be action game or just pure turn-based RPG. Like, that's it. It's like, no, the ATB games are what made Final Fantasy so popular. Like, do we not understand, like, what made them so strong was 4, 6, 7, and 9? Do we not get that? Jesus Christ. Anyway. It's ludicrous. And then there's, you know, I don't expect too much good analysis from that community anymore, because the demographic has shifted so much that we get people saying that Final Fantasy has no place for turn-based anymore, that there's no market for turn-based games, and then Baldur's Gate 3 wins Game of the Year. You know? So, just absolutely ludicrous take, which was immediately proven wrong. Because everybody gave Baldur's Gate 3 honestly more praise than it deserved, because the upper city wasn't out at launch, and the main city in Act 3 was super buggy. So they're like, look, finished game, no microtransactions. It's like, well, the game wasn't finished, but it did have no microtransactions. That is a bar so low it's in the dirt. You're lucky that Baldur's Gate 3 is just so good on its own merits that it still deserves all the praise that it's getting otherwise. And it deserved Game of the Year, it deserves all the awards that it got at the Game Awards and everything. It still deserved that. But if it was a bad game overall, and people said, look, complete game. Oh, that would have been so bad. That would have been so embarrassing. It wasn't, though. It was a great game. Still is. I'm waiting for the definitive edition to come out. It's almost certainly going to come out because of Larian Studios. It's just kind of how they work. But, yeah. Someday. And I'll be loving that up. I'll be having a great time with that. Let's see. I should probably make a tiny structure. Do I want to rest? I don't really want to sleep. I should get rested, but I don't want to sleep. Because Day 2 fog is just so brutal in Valheim. Let's see, I went over there. I think I have to go out east. There's Ike through there, but I gotta go out east. Killing more boars is always good, but I've got to get to the good base building spots. I have to. Okay, we have a field that goes up and out here. Let's actually... Nice. Ooh, another bird. Getting really lucky here. Ah! That random degree spray really screwed me over there. There we go. Okay, let's get up into this field and keep the exploration going strong. Honestly, I could afford to have a torch out for y'all, just for convenience. Because I have so much resin already. Those two, hooray! Oh, and there's my second deer trophy. I don't want to kill Eikthyr until I can comfortably deal with Forest is moving. So that'll be in a bit. I do want my quality 3 club, quality 3 shield. Quality 3 shield will come first. This is cute. Love me some vines on things. No chest. Oh, yeah, we got a chest. Oh, sick. Alright. A huge stack of flint head arrows. I love that. I think you can get maximum stack 20. So getting 18 is really nice. Okay, we have a field up there as well. Let's go. Structure as well. That's glorious. Black forest already. That's cool. Good to know. So this area could be decent for building. We get a boar there. Got him. Okay, let's do the torch thing again. Very nice. Getting hella torches. Raspberries. Don't ask me how I know, but I noticed these raspberries from far away. I was like, there's raspberries over there in my mind. Look at that black forest up there. That's so menacing. If I was a first time player, I'd be so terrified of those. Those trees and all that. I'd be like, what the fuck is up there? There is a Grey Dwarf Tower. Right there. That's cool. Check that out. Bunch of Grey Dwarfs. Let's not go too far. Can't really deal with too much going on right now, especially not while cold. Good amount of mats here, like that. Well, let's get the torch back out. Get another boar. 2 of them. Maybe more. Oh, there's more. Ah. There we go. Didn't mean to have the club out. Yoink. Come here. Want them club levels. Goodbye. Need those tails for poison res eventually. We got a bird. You know, this might be a controversial take, but I actually don't really like the party swapping around too much in Final Fantasy X. People give it praise all the time. I think it diminishes the value of party composition. Actually making an effort to select a good party for a certain area or a certain battle or a certain boss. I think if you can just change them around at will, it makes that decision a non-decision. Makes that meaningless. The sun is coming up now. We got another bird. And I understand some people just don't want to make that decision, but you gotta take a moment to think about what influence that has on game design regarding some of these characters. So, when you have ATB and you have all of these custom order niche situations that arise naturally, with different players being potentially on standby, or different characters potentially being on standby, or just having different orders based off of RNG and varying speed stats, then you have an incentive to make every single character super mechanically interesting. And a lot of past Final Fantasies, they would do that by making characters unique in progression, but at the end game, you would have everybody be an amalgamation that would be a red mage on crack. So, Final Fantasy V was the first one to make that a reality, where you would have certain stats when you mastered certain jobs, and they would boost your freelancer, your base class. So you'd master certain jobs, you'd be able to use those abilities all the time on whatever, not all the time, but you would be able to select them for whichever fight that you were going into. But freelancer at the end of the game, you made everybody other freelancer mime, and then you would just dominate with the sheer amounts of versatility that you would have. And everybody would be able to do the same stuff, but you would still want somebody to be like a time mage that would heal. Like, you know, your mime would probably be like, they would have dual cast and time magic, and then something else. Like you'd go like meteor, quick, and then double meteor, and then maybe you would go, you'd mimic somebody who was using rapid fire or something like that, and then you could have somebody have rapid fire and time magic and use quick on themselves, and then use rapid fire. Or in the original translation, it was called X attack, the maxed out skill from the ranger job class. And so everybody would have effective DPS. Everybody would have access to effective, like really good buffs. Everybody would have access to absurd magical damage from the back row. All of that would be true. And then you have chemists as well. So you know, you might have another mime with the mix ability, and now your support is on another level. The way that you can buff up the party is just on a whole nother level. And already in these games, we have oh, what's this? Village. So already, just like, even though every character can be the same, you have so many good things to offer, and so little slots for custom skills at the end of it, that different characters fit different roles regardless. Even though we're at the end and everything's super overpowered, still, different roles are fit regardless. It's just mechanically incentivized. Look at Final Fantasy VI, and that's even less of the case, which is unfortunate. Oh, there's a maypole! Hold on, y'all. Maypole. Village. This is it. This is home. Holy shit. Set up a workbench and repair this thing immediately. I don't want it to die to some freak accident. You know, when I saw my first maypole, I thought it would drop something cool, so I destroyed it. Yeah. It's terrible. It's a terrible decision. I was like, this is cool. I'll probably get a unique mat, and then I'll have the recipe to build one. No. No, it did not. It gave me thistle. Yeah, it was terribly unfortunate. Okay. Oh, I'm out of stone. Damn. Yoink. Oh, here, let's put the war trophy back in there. I've got a ton of stuff. If you didn't know, you can just break these bets. People were rejoicing over the PTB patch, which allows you to just break them down with a hammer. You can smack them with literally any weapon and they'll disappear. This hasn't been an issue since ever. Never ever. It's the most mild of inconvenience that you could have. Anyway, let's mark this. We got a neck. We got a couple necks. So much for that aim. Oh, we have a deer over there. Let's take this neck out. Let's get the deer as well. Wet, no rested is kind of brutal here. There's a third neck. Ooh, bow's 8. Excellent. Okay, 63 arrows left. That's good. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII kind of had the same thing where, like, in progression, characters are going to be very different. It's like 6, but at the end game, everybody's just going to kind of do the same thing, where you have all this magic available to you, which you can use. Black magic, white magic, doesn't matter. You can use it. Let's mark this. And you have nutty damage that you can just use. Especially with limit breaks, just being set up, and you have the freedom to use those, which is good. I don't know why they went backwards with that for 9. One of the few complaints I have for that game. But the characters all being the same at the end of it, I don't really like too much. But the versatility in combat is incentivized, and pretty much every single character has a place. You can play them and you won't feel bad. Whereas you look at the way that the 10 system works, it's not incentivized the same way. And you can have characters that are very limited in their role. because you can constantly swap them in and out. And characters can be hyper niche and honestly suck most of the time. I'm looking at you, Kimari. Versus some of them which just happen to be given all the sauce in the world, like Riku. Who it's just so good in that game in terms of damage, control, support, all during progression. It's like, yeah, at the end of the game, everybody is going to be super juiced up, spamming quick hits for max damage, just dropping everything at the, you know, whatever the expression is, at the dime of a hat, or whatever, I don't know. It's just at the drop of a hat. I think that's it. Yeah. Everybody's going to have all of this sauce at the end of the game, but during progression, man, Kimari's just left in the dust. A lot of characters in 10 mechanically function with a very limited style. Ooh, I don't have a workbench in this area. And let's set up one of these. But yeah, so in past games with ATB, you are incentivized to design characters with a variety of good damage, healing, support, like buffing, and then control, which is more debuffing. And then like niche utility, like the main one in Final Fantasy is being stealing, being a thief, being able to access good gear in ways that normally you just didn't have. Just change the course of the game for your characters, make encounters so much easier that way. That style of thing, it just becomes super limited. Like, you can spread all of that out through your entire party. And some players just don't suffer that fate. Some characters suffer the fate of just being super limited, like Kimari, like Tidus and Auron and Waka. Some characters are just there for like elemental coverage, like Lulu, but she's just damage as well, just pure damage. Just, we're gonna have these characters and they're gonna be pure damage. But then you look at like characters like Yuna and Riku, and it's like they have all the sauce in the world. It's like, oh, Yuna can heal, and then she has supportive spells as well. Like Riku's mixing, she can do all this other stuff, and she can also steal things, and she can deal good damage, and she has this and that, and she has high agility. It's just like, oh my god, what are these other characters actually doing? Oh my god. It's like, in order to get some value out of them, I really have to just bring them around, just sit through all this animation of them coming in and coming out and running in and running out. And I don't mind sitting through that animation. I'm surprised that people who don't like waiting the few seconds for the ATB to have more freedom and a more diverse mechanically cast of characters do all sorts of different shit in different battles and different scenarios. Why do they mind waiting for that, and they don't mind waiting for characters to run in and out of the encounter, only to just be stuck in a very similar turn order? And just like, okay, well, this is the new turn order because this character has a different agility stat or what have you. But you're still stuck in that, and you can't switch it around unless you have access to something like quick hit, or you drop a haste, which again, it's like, you know, Yuna, sometimes Riku. Those two characters have the most sauce in 10's progression. Oh, I got that deer! That's sick. But yeah, you look at Final Fantasy IX, it's like every character has unbelievable sauce. There's so much going on with them. And it's just the culmination of the ATB. They decided to make specific characters, just like Final Fantasy IV has the same thing. Like Final Fantasy IV, especially the 3D version, which I just got on sale, by the way, so that I can record it and upload videos and do analysis for y'all. It was like $6. Took like less than 2 gigs on my PC. Ridiculous. going to be over 200 hours of fun times. But yeah, that style of gameplay where characters are versatile and yet you're able to do all this custom order shenanigans, just have near perfect freedom. That's what makes ATB so fucking good. It's so good. And I saw a YouTube comment on somebody's channel that said I've yet to see a good argument aside from, well, I just really like those games on why to have turn-based ATB. I have yet to see a good argument why there should be any other turn-based system other than ATB. I've yet to see that. Honestly. I have no idea where any sort of turn-based enjoyment other than ATB comes from. Can't picture it. Let's put some chests down here, because this is going to be the main comfort area as well. These are going to be temporary chests. Let's put some stone and flint in there. Leather, deer hide, all this resin and stuff. Feathers, why not? Let's put wood in here as well. Ooh, the fog is going away. Thank God. Put some extra torches in there. It's clogging my inventory, man. Money can also go in here. Trophies can go in here. Let's put the foodstuffs in here for now. And I believe my bench is in there, so let's repair some things. I really need to repair. Ooh, I also put, oh no, I didn't put that chest there. That chest was there. I should go back and grab the mats from, oh. You gotta go grab the mats from the previous area. I gotta do that. Let's just go on that little adventure now. Yo, the game's just throwing mobs at me. I don't know what's going on. Alright, let's run back, grab all the mats from the previous bench. It's gonna be great. I feel like I'm missing something. I want to explore a little bit south once I get back. I don't know why I feel like I'm missing something. Another bird! But yeah, no, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Turn-based games that are going to be pure turn-based, okay? They have a right to exist. They have a right to exist. You know why? You know why? Because people love them. There are turn-based games that aren't video games, that aren't RPGs. Card games. Chess. Nobody has a fucking issue with those. Zero issue with people enjoying those because they like it. I don't have an issue with people that enjoy pure turn-based games. I don't understand why there's a handful of anybody coming for ATB Juggler when ATB does so well in what it does and obviously has a historical track record of being an excellent system. I don't understand. But then again, people will get upset about anything. Fucking anything, right? It's the internet, after all. You just gotta live and let go. And so that's what I'm going to do. Although, personally, I love to vent and rant about shit, and so I've done so. I love doing that. Makes me just feel so good. I feel great for the rest of the day. All that bullshit's off my mind, because I said it. I said my thoughts. I got it down. It's great. I hope you all enjoyed them. I also have nothing terribly against Final Fantasy X, except for the linearity of it. Same thing with Final Fantasy XIII. There are still some hidden sections in 10 and some offshoots, but those exist in 13 too. So, I don't know. I love turn-based ATB, man. I really hope the Final Fantasy IX remake leaks are real, and we actually get Final Fantasy IX remake with a classic turn-based ATB. I don't want Nomura anywhere near it. I love Kingdom Hearts. I played shit out of Kingdom Hearts. I do not need Nomura, who is still making Sora the protagonist of Kingdom Hearts 4, even though we have really cool characters to follow, like Lee and Kairi, who can progress with their own abilities. Or we can restart with, like, I don't know, Ventus or something, who's been locked away, and he has a very good reason to not be very good with a Keyblade at the moment, you know? Or Terra even, you know? Not the same Terra. Not the Terra that I'd name myself after, by the way. I don't really care for Terra as a character in Kingdom Hearts. Not, you know, aside from the fucking Come Guardian reveal, I'm just like, you know, eh. I predicted that shit too. I was on that theory train the whole time. Ever since that Dream Drop Distance cutscene, I was all about it. I was all about it. It's like, that man is the Come Guardian. And he was! What a sick moment. What a terrible name that we've nicknamed that Heartless too. Come Guardian. If you don't know, there's this boss in Kingdom Hearts named Ansem, and he likes to float around. And he has this, like, pretty much like, it looks like a JoJo stand. He has this creature, like wispy demon-like heartless creature behind him. That's like super jacked, but doesn't have any legs, and he just floats behind him. And that creature is what's doing most of the work in the non-transformed Ansem fights. Even in the transformed Ansem fights, he's combined himself with that Heartless. And some of the voice lines when he's commanding this Heartless to attack. It's called the Guardian, officially, by the way. He says, "Come, Guardian!" Just constantly. So it's just... Can you blame the community for calling him the Come Guardian? Can we really blame anybody for saying that? I don't think we can. I think he's just the Come Guardian. I think, you know, it's fair. That's life. That's his existence now. I mean, he's back as Terra, so it's not, you know, not too bad anymore, but still. But yeah, holy shit, I do not care about Sora anymore, and we're just shoehorning him in again. This character who has become the Ash Ketchum of this franchise, of this IP, of this multiversal story now, is becoming, once again, somebody that's going to magically start off at level 1. Yay! This character, which has every right to be, like, technically as skilled as, like, a Master of Masters, is going to be level 1 again. It's like, oh my god. We have a million more characters that are, like, more interesting, that we could have different abilities on, that could be explored. We could see the personalities. It's like, you know, sorry Haley Joel Osment, or whatever his name is, voice actor, English voice actor for Sora, you know. You'd have to take a step back if that was the case. There wouldn't be no Sora. But I thought the whole idea of this upcoming journey in Kingdom Hearts 4, or what have you, whatever Kingdom Hearts is next, it's not necessarily going to be the numeral, even though it was announced. It's probably going to be some side game that's main story relevant yet again. But I thought the whole idea is that we need to rescue Sora. We need to get him out of that parallel universe. That's the whole controversy of, like, using the power of waking too many times. The drawback is that you're not dead, but you are gone. You're fundamentally, like, erased from existence. You are out of here, you know? Characters that die in Kingdom Hearts have weird ways that they can be brought back and revived. There's, like, several different ways. And That's fine, because they make the characterization and the character moment so good that I just don't care that the stakes are so limited sometimes. I just don't mind. But in order to be able to return those stakes to normal, oh, there's another bird. We had to make it so that using great power, with great power comes great responsibility. It's like, okay, cool. Great consequence. The consequence is that he's, like, removed from this plane of existence. We can't do any timeline shenanigans to bring him back into, like, a new body. No. No, we can't do that. We can't do that weird shit. What we have to do is, somehow, we have to do some multiversal type shit. Somehow. I don't know how, but we gotta do it. Okay, let's set up a bed in here. Where is it? Furniture? Sleep. And I would love for the focus to not be on Sora in that instance. Let the other characters have their own journey, their own arc, and become their own heroes, other than your Sora, other than your Riku. The whole point of the infinite training, like, hyper time capsule that Kairi and Lee were supposed to be in, the whole point of that is so that they can get beefed up, so that they can train. And of course, having two Keyblade amateurs, or two amateurs of, like, any sort of weapon or what have you, you give them all the time in the world. And if they don't have the right analysis, they're not going to figure out how to effectively use whatever weapon. They might just still be flailing around at the end of it. And that makes sense, but, like, weren't we expecting a good moment from them? We did not get that at all. We got great characterization moments from Lee, at least, not from Kairi. She was taken away once again. That's great. Really fantastic. Yeah, that was awful. But, yeah. How about we redeem the two of them and have them be new on this journey? Have them be the main characters. And, like, add Ventus in or something. I don't know. Let's get fucking Shion in here. I don't know. Even though she's really good. Or really strong, because, of course she is. I haven't seen these characters in fucking forever. Do something with them. Let me play them through natural progression. I want to have a good time. And we're probably just gonna have Sora again. Great. But yeah, I don't want Nomura who would do that to the series, who would take the reins and really limit things in Final Fantasy IX, or change things around like he did with 7 Remake. I don't want that. I just want a good Final Fantasy remake that fixes the issues. I don't need them to add anything fancy, other than if it's fixing the problems already within Final Fantasy IX. Where's my chest? There we go. And there are some plenty of issues with Final Fantasy IX. I have a whole, like, document with shit written down, like my personal issues with Final Fantasy IX. I only critique it so much because it's my favorite game ever, and I have the hours and the analysis in to critique it a lot. But I'll just give you a hint. I think this one, even if you haven't played this game, you will have full and complete understanding and agreement with me. Okay? Complete agreement. There is a character named Freya in Final Fantasy IX. Her whole idea is centered around memories and, like, being forgotten. She hates being forgotten. It crushes her. Basically, her boyfriend, her long-lost boyfriend, who she thought was dead, comes back into the series, and he's just like, "Who the hell are you? I don't know who you are. This is weird. Who's this weird person?" And she is devastated beyond belief. She's so devastated by that. She's like, what is going on? What is that? What, you know, I this is terrible. You understand? Anybody can empathize and understand why that's a brutal situation. The final dungeon in Final Fantasy IX is called Memoria, where people's memories are jumbled up, and it deals with the subject of memories more than anything. The character directly involved in themes of memories and being remembered or forgotten has no influence or no callback or anything in Memoria. There is zero reference or zero scenes, zero, like, anything with Freya in Memoria that is actually meaningful, that is actually obvious to deal with Sir Fratley. It's like, you know, her once lost love. And it's like, yes, at the end, her and Fratley get back together, but it's like, wouldn't you want to find him and fucking bring him to Memoria? Wouldn't we want to do that? Wouldn't that be like an obvious, like, end game side quest thing to do? Like, Freya would obviously be freaking out and be like, hey, jumbled up memories, like, showcased as an illusion in front of us. We have to find Fratley and bring him here. We have an airship. Let's do that. Can you do that for me, please? And it doesn't happen. It doesn't even remotely happen. Jesus Christ. It's brutal. It's brutal. And then some people were like, but, you know, her theme was for being forgotten, and the plot forgot her. Isn't that so thematic? Isn't that thematically appropriate? So we're just gonna have a fucking shit-ass immersion-breaking experience because of that? Because we wanted to be witty with the theme? Are we serious? Fuck it, get the No. Let's have a realistic character arc where people are actually people in that game and understand what's going on around them. No. You know, we're not even making Freya into a real person at that point. Into a proper character who has thoughts and feelings and has gone through things, which she's gone through in the previous discs and arcs and game, you know? Like, I think everybody can understand that. That's just a major ball dropped in terms of that game. Ridiculous. And there's more that I want to talk about in terms of combat, in terms of... Ooh, there's a Borbin stone. In terms of story, in terms of tiny moments here and there, this and that. The majority of the game is absolutely fantastic. It is still my favorite game of all time, even over Valheim, believe it or not. But, what a shame he's out of Runestone. That is a damn shame that he's out of Runestone. That is brutal. Runestone boys won't follow you beyond a certain distance. They'll just start running back to the Runestone. Oh, that's so unfortunate, dude. Whatever, it's a lot of mats. It's fine. Anyway, there's a lot that I want to talk about in terms of Final Fantasy IX. And a lot of praise that I have to give it. I'll do a full playthrough eventually. There's a lot of good games that are coming out. Updates and whatnot. We're still waiting for Ashlands. No Rest for the Wicked's coming out soon. I'm gonna love to play that. Dragon's Dogma 2 has no level scaling, so that might be interesting. Level scaling is the bane of any immersive RPG experience. So, I ain't fucking doing that if it's got level scaling. Oh, my aim, dude. And it doesn't. It doesn't have level scaling, so I'll keep an eye on Dragon's Dogma 2. Early access for that game is out right now, so I should have killed the bird. Just, you know, something that I'm going to keep my eye out on. No Rest for the Wicked comes out April 18th, so that's hype. Still going to keep an eye out for Crimson Desert, keeping an eye out for Light No Fire, keeping an eye out for the Bloodline updates, keeping an eye out for quite a lot of stuff. What was it? Little Devil Inside was confirmed to still be alive somehow, and you know, hopefully it'll escape development hell one day. Oh, just over its head. So there's a lot of games to keep an eye out for. Of course, you know, gotta mention Shadow of the Erdtree, the Elden Ring DLC coming out. Was it June something? What was that? June 21st or something? I don't know. The game is just gifting me birds and boars. Thank you, game. 1 star? Nah, I want to tame a 2 star. It's good to know that, you know, around here they can spawn. So this field just attached to the village, I'll be able to find 2 star boar eventually and tame them. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Because after a certain while, it's just not too good to tame boar. Sausages get eventually outclassed, and, you know, if I pick up this game, or this world after I become the Bronze Age Baron, then, well, I might just go on a early egg bonanza with the sealed tower. That might be fun. That might be very fun. I gotta repair my crude bow. Alright. Oh, nice. I love how close to the coast we are, both sides. That is amazing. That's gonna make kart gaming early and easy. I still gotta scope out this area for sailing purposes. See if I have to do any canal work or anything, but yeah, it just seems like an amazing spot so far. Ooh, mushrooms. I need more of those. I am still so very low on mushrooms. We have another boar. I know it's a deer. Yo, all the mobs, all the mats, another deer trophy. Oh! Oh, hello! What the fuck? Sure, alright. It's good to know that there's a deer spawn in there. Very nice. I'm gonna be doing a lot of building next episode. A lot of building. No rested anymore, that's honestly perfect timing. This is fine. Ooh, yes. Let's take this back though. Wood, leather, so much leather, y'all. What the hell? So much here. Alright, I'm gonna leave my mats in my building for just a little bit later. Next episode, you know. It's gonna be the build bonanza. The Bronze Age Baron build bonanza. I hope you've enjoyed my many rants this episode. It's going to be almost certainly pure Valheim next episode. So, if you enjoyed them, let me know. And if you just want me to just vibe, also let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.